Alcatraz Island has a fascinating and multifaceted history that spans nearly 2 centuries. Originally discovered by Spanish explorer Juan Manuel de Ayala in 1775, the island was initially used as a military fortress and prison, before becoming one of the most notorious federal penitentiaries in the United States. Situated in the cold, choppy waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz was once thought to be the most inescapable prison in the world. Over its 29 years of operation as a federal prison, from 1934 to 1963, Alcatraz housed some of the most infamous criminals in American history. Notorious gangsters like Al Scarface Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, and Alvin Creepy Carpies were all inmates at the Rock. So was Robert Franklin Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz, whose story was famously adapted into a film. These hardened criminals were drawn to Alcatraz for its reputation as a brutal and unforgiving institution. Despite its imposing reputation, Alcatraz's history is marked by a number of daring escape attempts. 36 prisoners made 14 separate attempts to break free from the island, though only 5 were ever able to reach the shore and none of them made it very far before being recaptured or perishing in the frigid waters. The most famous of these attempts was the June 1962 escape of Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, which was dramatized in the film Escape from Alcatraz. The architecture of Alcatraz is as iconic as the prison's history. The island's main cell house, completed in 1912, is a massive concrete structure that towers over the rest of the facilities. Other landmarks include the island's lighthouse, the former warden's house, and a series of tunnels and casemates that were part of the island's earlier military fortifications. This unique and imposing built environment added to Alcatraz's fearsome reputation. In 1963, the federal government closed Alcatraz as a prison, citing the high costs of maintenance and the deteriorating state of the facilities. In 1972, Alcatraz was transferred to the National Park Service and became part of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. Today, the island is a popular tourist attraction, drawing over 1.7 million visitors annually to explore its history and natural beauty. Though Alcatraz is best known for its time as a notorious federal penitentiary, the island is also home to a diverse array of wildlife and natural habitats. Its rocky cliffs and tide pools provide nesting grounds for seabirds like cormorants, pigeon guillemots, and western gulls. Ear mice, slender salamanders, and harbor seals also make their homes on the island. Visitors can enjoy panoramic views of the San Francisco Bay and the city skyline from various vantage points on the island. Alcatraz's legacy as one of the most famous prisons in the world has endured through its depiction in numerous films, television shows, and other forms of popular culture. From Birdman of Alcatraz to The Rock, Alcatraz has captured the public imagination as a forbidding, inescapable institution. The island has also been featured in video games, comic books, and even a proposed global peace center that was ultimately rejected by San Francisco voters. One of the most significant events in Alcatraz's history was the 1969 to 1971 occupation of the island by Native American activists protesting the federal government's treatment of Native Americans. The Indians of all tribes group seized control of Alcatraz and held it for over a year and a half. This occupation drew national attention to Native American issues and led to important policy changes, including the end of the government's termination policy towards tribes.